Hi, this is Steph, and I'm here with Alan, the G-Man, and we're at show number 10 for the BS show
Number
number
10,
10.
number 10, number 10, heading for 11, heading for 11.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for anybody out there listening tonight, tomorrow night, or whenever, we've got a great show ahead for you. Let me just set it up for you. We now broadcasting from a new channel. We are broadcasting as well and streaming to the old channel, the Internet Guy for you. But I've also, because we've got so much good stuff that we've been doing, I said, Alan, I've got to dedicate our own channel to it. Now we have it, and it's the BS Show with Steph and the G-Man live stream. So it's the BS Show live stream, Steph and the G-Man, officially what it is. So people can go there or they can go to the Internet Guy for you and watch any of the episodes on either channel. So this is taking on its own life, Alan, you know?
So repeat that, the new channel, so they understand it.
Okay, in English, I'll say it's the BS Show live stream, Steph and the G-Man.
There you go.
So now you got it.
Little
I
bit,
got it
little.
all out. I
You got
got
it
it
all
all
out there.
out there.
That's what she said.
So
I got it all out there.
I like that. I got to finish this intro here because I know you got some good stuff. So we've got the new channel. We've got some interesting stuff tonight. We've had
Yep,
some interesting things happen in the
happened, right.
last weeks, and you can share that story with everyone,
Yep.
can you?
Well, we've been, let's see, show number 2, they blocked you out for a while. Show number 3, they put a screen up between you and me where I could barely see you. Show number 10, 9, I'm sorry, not 10, we're doing 10 now, 9. They cut you off for about a minute and a half, but they didn't stop us from doing our show, and they're not going to stop us from doing our show. So they can try whatever they want, whoever they are, because nobody really knows who they are, but they aren't stopping us. Let's put it that way.
who who are those people anyway? I can't
We
take
don't
them
know.
seriously.
I don't
I
know who
can't
they
take
are.
anybody who doesn't meet me mano to mano or face to
Right.
face. Then
Anonymous don't mean shit to me.
exactly.
Yeah, that
Tell
means
your
you're
story
chicken shit. That means you're
like
chicken
I
shit.
like I would tell the officials. Tell your story walking.
Right. That
No,
means you're
if
chicken shit. If you can't handle it straight on, then you're chicken shit in plain English.
exactly right. Well, we're still in the April Fool's mode. We've
Month.
got
Right.
April Fool's month here, and in this
Right.
program, when it comes up to the segments, let me just set up for the people what we're doing. We're pretty much set up. The first 5 minutes, we're going to just BS in between the both of us. I'll set up what's going to happen tonight. Alan, you'll come in first segment, and people can get used to the fact that you're going to come in first half an hour, and you're going to make us all laugh. And
Yep.
I'm going to do my best to make it palatable for anybody that's watching. Then we'll come back and a new segment in the show that we've been doing it for a while. That segment will be analyze this, where I'll come in with some things and we'll banter back and forth. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up with some entertainment. Tonight I'm wrapping up with some entertainment where the theme show song is going to be featured tonight with my partner in karaoke.
Your
Uh,
partner in crime.
my partner in crime. Yeah, his name is Motown. So he's going by Motown. I'm going by Steph. So you'll see where I got the idea for our theme song and what I enjoy doing in my spare time. So,
I won't say
but
what I
this
enjoy doing, but my bed sheets are white. But we won't go there.
and today is your laundry day, right?
No, yesterday was actually.
Well, without further ado,
Yeah.
we're going to go to idioms right now.
Idiot
And
for idiot.
idioms for
Idiom for idiot.
idiots.
Yes, as we call the segment. Yes.
Okay, the first idiom today:
Yeah.
beat a dead horse.
Why would you beat a dead horse that was already dead? What the hell's the sense of that? Why would you beat a dead horse? It's already dead. Why would you beat it?
And well, maybe they wanted to run in the Derby. I don't know.
Well, if it's dead, it ain't running nowhere. It might be running in the mud, but in the dirt, but it
Well,
ain't going nowhere.
he'll be.
It's dead.
Well, that's a sure bet. He'll come in dead last.
That's correct. Matter of fact, it might run the Kentucky Derby this week. Horse number 21 got left on the track right at the starting gate.
And you know what? The next one kind of segues into like beat a dead horse, bite the bullet.
Why would you bite a freaking bullet? I could think of better things to bite than a fucking bullet. I wouldn't be biting a bullet anyway. So I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
certainly,
yeah.
and I certainly don't want anybody shooting at me. That's for sure. And I'm not going to stop it with my teeth.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna play Superman, right?
No. Superman's the only one that could do that, man. I don't think he could. I don't think he could stop it with his teeth either. Depends. I guess he could. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
I
could.
could bite a bullet.
Yeah, he might. And here's one for you:
Yeah.
best of both worlds.
I only know one world. I don't know about another world. What other world are we going to talk about? We talking about the underworld? We talking about Mars or Saturn or Uranus or what? What kind of other world?
A crazy world. I don't know.
Well, we're already in that, so that's besides the point, you know.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good one for you.
And,
By the skin of your teeth.
I wouldn't have much hold on anybody who had skin on my teeth. I don't have much skin on my teeth anyway. I got enamel maybe, but I don't know about skin. That doesn't make sense to me. But
No, that does not. Yeah. Here's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Explain this one here. Do not count your chickens before they hatch.
Why would you be counting chickens? If they hatch, they're going to be eggs, right? Or little chicks. I don't know. One of the two.
Here's one that everybody says, Alan.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you said it on occasion because I know I have.
Yeah.
It costs an arm and a leg.
Why would I give away my arm and my leg? I won't be then. If I give away an arm and a leg, I'll be missing one. So
You'd be Richard Kimball in The Fugitive, right?
I'd be more than that. I don't know. I'd be hopping around on one leg and only have one arm. Be pretty disabled if you ask me.
Yeah, I changed your name from the G-Man to Hop Along and Gitlin, you know?
Then I have to go eat at IHOP then.
That's exactly right.
Get pancakes at IHOP.
Yeah. Here's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Devil's advocate.
Well, how would you be a devil's advocate unless you went to hell?
That's a good point there.
The good thing about that, I mean, you look at it, think of it, if I go anywhere else, I'm not going to know anybody. So I might as well be the devil's advocate, I guess. The only people I'm going to know in heaven is probably my parents and my sisters.
Well, if you go to hell, you probably end up with the democrats, you know, and hanging out with them. So that's where they reside, I was told here. Here's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Fit as a fiddle.
How fit is a fiddle? I don't know. Did you ever see a fit fiddle? Excuse me, I went to the gym today, so it's really fit fiddle. Really? What the hell kind of crap is that? Fit as a fiddle. This is why it's called idioms for idiots. That's why this is called idioms for idiots.
Number nine. Here we go.
Right. Number 9 is what?
Heard it through the grapevine.
I didn't know grapes freaking talked. How do you hear something through the grapevine when grapes don't talk?
Well, wait a minute. If you've ever seen those cereal commercials, I think it's the one Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran, yeah.
They had a song like Marvin Gaye, Heard It Through the Grapevine. So I actually have my Raisin Bran singing to me now.
I never saw a Raisin Bran that sings, but that's besides the point.
Yeah,
I never heard Crackle and Pop either. So
yeah.
Or
hello
Tony
there. We got my cousin Richard. Rich, I'm on the air right now doing a show. So if you want to see it, you can go to the BS.
I've been watching that thing, but I threw away the website really quickly. Go.
Okay, you go to the BS show.
BS show.
Live stream. Stef, STF, and the G-Man.
Live stream. What's the rest?
Live stream Stef, STEF, and the G-MAN. MAN. All right? Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So, anyway, for those who are listening, it's my cousin Rich, and he's going to watch the show tonight. Hopefully, if not, he's going to see it tomorrow. I'll send him the link. Rich?
We're so popular, they want to see it.
All right, so hopefully you'll be in there. Okay, so we'll see you later, Gator. Bye. I call him Gator because he's in Florida. Any event, that's my cousin. Alan, we're all the same age, like you and I are, and him and I have been in cribs together from 1 year old, and we probably dumping on each other, peeing on each other from almost day one. So he's coming in here. So
the cousins of four.
So well, this is what my family. So my family's coming out to support, which is good. Heard it through the grapevine. I will just say one more about that. When I hear that, it always comes to mind a Marvin Gaye song,
Yeah,
a very
Marvin Gaye,
popular
right.
song.
Was an
Yeah.
excellent singer. Unfortunately, his father killed. Was he the one that got killed by his father?
Yes, yes, yes. He
His
was
father shot him.
his father. He shot him because his father felt like he was antagonizing. His
Right.
father had some mental problems. I think
Yeah,
his father is a Democrat, so that's part of it there. Uh,
probably.
Here's one here. Uh, I got to look at this real
I think there's
quick.
one more.
Okay,
Put your glasses on, you old man.
yeah, well, I will here. Let someone off the hook, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you? Why would you have somebody on a hook? What are you playing? What is this? Goodfellas or something? You got a guy on a hook? Why would you have somebody? Why would you let somebody off the hook? Why would you have them on the hook to begin with?
I don't
And
know. That's an
that
interesting
sounds a little
thing.
painful to me. That sounds a little painful, though, isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
something they did in Goodfellas. They froze. They found the guy in a meat locker on a hook, right?
that was pretty brutal. You know what that was? That was because him and his wife
What that
were
Cadillac?
wearing what that Cadillac, and they were also wearing like mink
Uh,
coats and
yeah, $5,000.
all,
Right,
all bling. And what did De Niro say? I told you not to do it. You
right.
know,
After the heist at LaGuardia, right.
and here's one thing I will tell anybody listening: if you want to keep a secret, don't tell someone to keep it to
Right,
themselves
right.
because
Because they'll
they
never keep it.
will tell someone. If you
Right,
say to them, I know you're going to tell everybody about this, maybe they won't say it. But as soon as you
right.
say it's a secret,
You're done.
you're
It's no
done.
longer a secret.
I don't care if it's your family. Like I'm talking to my cousin for a second, but he might forget and he might throw me under the bus. He's, oh,
Right,
well, you didn't tell me that. Well, you did tell me that, but you told me in a different way. Well,
right,
what part of secret didn't you understand? Was it the SEC or the RET? You know.
right. The RET probably.
So, in any event, we got some people coming in here and telling other people, which is good. He's in Florida. I'm in New York. You're in New Jersey, and I've had people all over the country now wanting to know what we're up to.
Right.
And but one of the things I want to ask you about this
Yeah.
week, some of the things that happened to you this week online. Can we share some of those?
Well, this is one that happened online, and then there's something that happened offline. Actually, this happened yesterday, day before. I went to I'm just going to tell the story first. I went to a McDonald's, and the bathroom was closed. I went, what? The bathroom's closed? Yes, the bathrooms are closed. So I was going to get a sandwich. It was about 10 o'clock. I was going to get a breakfast sandwich. I figured if the bathroom's closed, then you don't need my money because I got to take a pee real bad. And I'm not buying nothing if I can't take a pee in this place. Sorry. So it was kind of funny, though, you know. And what else happened? Well, I was going to tell him this Kmart story. Yeah, Kmart story. This is a true story. This is a true Kmart story. Some of you know, some of you don't know that 4 years ago I had a heart attack. And they put a stent in my heart, and 4 days later I was getting out, and my daughter's supposed to come pick me up, and she was supposed to stop and get me clothes. She said, Dad, something happened with the kids. I can't come. The one child, she didn't have her second child yet. So I called one of my good friends. I said, listen, come get me, will you? And bring me a pair of jeans. Go to Walmart on the way because I have nothing to wear home. And I wear only Wranglers. I got about 20 pair of Wranglers. I just like Wrangler jeans, so I got about 20 pair. And there's a story behind that too. Well, this kind of leads into it. The reason why I wear Wranglers is because they have a little extra ballroom, as I say. Okay. And I'm 6'2" and about 215 pounds. I was 240 at one time. But anyway, they just fit me real good, and I have trouble finding them in my size. For some reason, I've been to Kmart, I've been to Macy's, I've been to Walmart, any place that sells Wranglers. They only carry a couple of pair of my sizes. I don't know why. I got 38 waist, 34 length. I'm a pretty big guy. And for some reason, because the buying is done by a computer, it only buys like 4 or 5 pair of Wranglers. You can go through a whole rack. You can only find like 2 pair of Wranglers. So when I find 2 pair, I buy them because I can't always find them. And I've talked to the managers of Walmart. I've talked to the people at Macy's. I've talked to the people at Kmart. And they say, well, the buying's being done by a machine. But if a machine sees that you keep selling out as one size, wouldn't you buy more? And for some reason, it's not catching it. But anyway, the story that I was starting to tell is that so I tell my friend, bring me a pair of jeans and make sure they're Wranglers because I can't fit into any. The other jeans will not zip up all the way. I know this already. They're not made correctly. The sizes are screwed up, whatever. So he stops at a Kmart, and he comes into my room to take me home. And he says, "Here's your jeans." I look at him. I go, "Listen, these are not Wranglers." He goes, "Don't worry about it. Just put them on." Well, I put them on, and I can't zip them up all the way. It won't close. The button won't close. And he said, "Listen, you're only driving home." I said, "Yeah, but I can't drive home. My pants at my ankles. They're going to fall to my ankles." So I said, "Let's go into Kmart on the way home, Walmart on the way home, and I'll switch the pair. I'll put a pair. I'll find a pair. I'll go in the changing room, and I'll put the new pair on and put the other ones back on the rack," which I do. I find a pair. I put them on. I put the old pair on the rack with it's got all the labels. Everything's got the labels on them. The new pair has all the labels, and we walk right out the front door, and nobody stops us. And I have every label possible on these pair of jeans, and I don't realize they get in the car. He says, "Nobody stopped us." I said, "Well, we should have stolen a TV or something, man, because nobody would have stopped us. We should have something worth a lot of money. These jeans were only $15 or $16 or whatever they were, but nobody stopped us." And I had all the labels on them. I mean, every possible label possible on it. I literally took a pair that I had on and put them on the rack, and took the new ones and put them on, and nobody stopped us at Walmart. Like, really? Good security, huh? So this is just and then this is a story that annoyed the hell out of me. Actually, this happened this morning, and I wrote it down. I sent an email to Dollar Shave Club, was advertising on Facebook, Dollar Shave Club. And I said, "Listen, is this good for somebody who's on a blood thinner? Can I use it? And maybe there's a new niche that you don't have where you could present it as, if you have a blood thinner, our shaving, our razors are good for you, So I get back this email, and this irks the hell out of me, even on the phone, that due to the high volume of emails, we'll have to get back to you at a later date. Really? It's an email. You can't read your emails? And I hate, even on the phone, you do that. You call up, and the wait time is about 20 minutes because we're having a high volume of calls. Is that 24 hours a day? Because that seems to be the common thread every time you call somebody, That's kind of screwed up, man. Just I don't know, screwy shit, man. So then I got the next segment, which I have every week, is some of my dating stories, which Steph knows some of them. But I have a journal with about 6 pages because I was online dating for about 10 years. So I met this lady online, and we agreed to talk again. And I happened to go back on the site that we met on, and she says, "I don't want to talk to you no more. But you were on that site because I saw you on that site. So wait, it was okay for you to be on it, but not me." What is wrong with these people? And there was another one that I talked to I met online. I talked to her on the phone. And after talking to her for like a week, she said, "I don't think I should be on a dating site." Well, I didn't put your profile on there, honey. You did. Really, Then I met a girl online also who lived near me. We went out for a little while, and it was Father's Day, and I got a free weekend at the Poconos for some kind of, you had to go see buy some kind of condo or something, and a free weekend, and we decided we were going to go to the casino. Now, this lady was about 60 years old, and she had moved back here from California about 2-3 years before, and she had a brother who's a very wealthy, very prominent attorney in the area. And when we came back, she says, "You can't tell we stopped at the casino in the Poconos." And she said, "When we come back, you can't tell my brother we went to a casino." I went, "Wait a minute, your brother's 50, you're 60. Why can't I tell him? What are you hiding from this guy? Did you had a gambling problem or what? I don't know." But I actually got along with him. I couldn't mention to him that we stopped at a casino in the Poconos. I have no idea why. Apparently, maybe she was a gambling junkie or something. I don't know what the hell it was. I have no freaking idea, man. 60 years old, you can't tell your brother you were at a casino. What do I know?
People are strange.
Oh yeah, and then there's another dating story. I think this is the last one, a dating story. I met this lady online. We talked on the phone. We set up a meeting. The day before the meeting, she says, "I can't meet with you." I said, "Can you tell me why?" "No reason." Really? No reason. We talked for like a week, and we set up a meeting, and you don't know why? You don't want to meet me? You know what it is? People cannot be honest with you. Apparently, there's something going on. I don't know with her. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know. Something was going on. Now, here's something I came upon today watching the Yankee game. Yankee games were on today, and they actually lost in extra innings, but that's besides the point. Coors Light has a new commercial. If you've seen it, it says Coors Light is the official beer of being done with a bra. What happens if you don't wear a bra? Does that mean I can take my pants? Is it the official beer of taking my pants off now or what? What the hell kind of stupid shit is that? It actually says the official beer of being done with a bra.
Well,
so that means if I'm wearing underwear, I should be able to take it off when I'm drinking Coors Light, apparently.
Yeah, you probably should be able to, yeah.
Yep.
Well, we got the official BS show. It's like 4 or 5 different, maybe more BS shows, but we're official, So, yeah, well, we might as well run with the official title. If they can do it, it's good enough for them. It's good enough for us.
And then, of course, last week I picked on Michael K. I'm going to pick on him again today because he keeps saying this all the time, and I can't stand this. First of all, I'm not a Michael K. fan, number one. I'm going to say that. So
really, I would never be able to tell that now.
But I'm gonna pick on him, okay? Because he says the Yankees are playing a 4-game set with Baltimore Orioles. What is a set? A set is 2, not 4. A set is 2, not 4. The way I count.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, set is
2 is a set. 4 is too many. 4 is a series, not a set. And then he says pitchers need to have more length. No, the pitchers need to pitch more innings, not length, innings.
Right, exactly.
And then now the new thing is that he's raking. Now, a lot of guys don't even know what raking is, and that's another word now for hitting. Why don't you say hitting? What the hell you got to be this? What do you got to do that for, you stupid idiot? Well, that's because he's stupid. That's besides the point. But I'm not a Michael K. fan, so.
Well, I'm not surprised. Some of the things he says doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're a play-by-play announcer, which is, I guess that's what he does.
Yes.
He's not the color man. He's the play-by-play. And the play-by-play guy has to be very dogmatic about telling it like it is, what you actually see, not interpreting. Like the color man would analyze it. Well, his job isn't to analyze it. His job is to describe the play-by-play. Like, for example, like a Frank Gifford would have done, like in football. And then you had the other guys who came in.
Had some role.
So everybody has their role. Like, for example, our role, we both have roles in what
I like a butter roll.
Yeah, or a jelly roll. Yeah.
No, I like butter roll. I don't like jelly rolls. I like butter roll.
Yeah, well, I can't eat the jelly roll no more. So,
I like a roll with cream cheese, maybe.
Yeah, but with the sports thing, is people today, still from the radio days, you could actually see in your mind's eye what was happening pitch by pitch. And unfortunately, that's a lost art with these announcers. They don't, I think they think they're bigger than the game. And right now, they're not. And one of the things that I find fault with now is that without the fans, it's not a game.
Well, now the fans are starting to come back, but now they're talking about helo velocity and how fast the pitches hit and how every pitch is how many miles an hour. Who cares? Okay, they're consumed with. He hit a 480-foot home run. Listen to me. If it goes over the fence and it's fair, it don't matter if it's 5 feet over, 2 feet over, 1 foot over. It's a home run.
Well, here's a thought for you. Right?
Yeah.
To get to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
You have to have at least a 300 average.
You should.
Which means at least
you strike out
3 out of 10 times you get a hit.
Right.
Single, double, triple, home run, whatever.
Right.
You get a hit. So now you failed 7 out of 10 times, but you are in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
The only sport where they reward people for not doing a good job.
Correct. Well, they shouldn't do that. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Well, no, I can say that. Here's why. They play 162 games.
Right. But also, you know who else they get rewarded for doing that? The weatherman. They're wrong 50% of the time, and they never get fired.
Well, here's a good thing. I learned this.
It might rain today, and what if it doesn't?
Well, here's one thing I can tell you from being out in like Seattle, Washington, Oregon area. The announcers or the weather broadcasters would say, it's going to rain in the next 7 to 10 days. In the next 7 to 10 days, so expect rain 7 out of the 10 days. So if you're up in that state, you know damn well carry an
It's gonna
umbrella
rain.
or wear a raincoat because it's going to rain throughout the
Yeah,
days.
and they're not talking about condoms either. They're talking about
Right.
raincoat.
So, and there are certain places that to be a weatherman is real safe. Like
Yeah, right.
in Alaska, it's fucking cold outside. You know,
It's gonna be cold and it's gonna be dark for a long time.
that's
Cold and
right.
dark for about 6 months now.
I mean, you can't screw that up.
Well, I guess you could. I don't know, but ask Sarah Palin. She was up there, right? Isn't that where she's
Well,
from? Sarah Palin
yeah, that's
from
where she's
Alaska.
from. Here's an interesting thing, though. You know, you look at right now what's going on,
Yeah,
and I look at yesterday. I didn't see it today because I'm busy with different stuff that I'm doing. But
right,
Giuliani got into some hot water with the FBI, and they came yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning. The FBI came in there,
right,
and they came to his home in New York in Manhattan, and they confiscated his phone, his laptop, and his iPad because they're
right.
looking for information. Now here it is, a man who is the mayor of New York, right? Attorney
Cleaned up,
General,
cleaned up New York at
cleaned
one
up New
time.
York, and we know that he did because the
Yep.
Dinkins administration was terrible. People all over the street, and he came
Like it
in.
is now. Like it is now.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. De Blasio.
right. Yeah. So De Blasio, he's got this, doesn't have this love affair for Trump and doesn't
No,
have a love affair for Giuliani, who was his
no.
lawyer. But here it
Right.
is now. They're the FBI coming in there like little whimperers as they are, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, to his door, probably a dozen of them, try to strong arm him. And he's a lawyer. And I'm interested to see how he handles this harassment that he's getting over things that will probably go unproven, just like Donald Trump is going unproven. And Donald Trump was like John Gotti in a sense. He
Yeah.
was a Teflon
Teflon Don.
president, and everything they threw at the man rolled off his back. It made him stronger. What didn't kill him made him stronger. But they knew Giuliani was his lawyer, and now they want to go ahead and go after Giuliani. When
Right.
Trump had said the FBI was out to get him, and he proved it, Comey and all the other things, and Hillary, Clinton as well, and he ended up standing on his feet, a stand-up guy. And say what you will, I'm
Yep.
looking at what's happening to Giuliani and realize that in today's day and age, you got to be careful what you say, what you do, but you got to back it up with what you can prove. And I hope in his particular case, he's exonerated and he gets to live his life like a normal person because the people that are running the show right now,
Clueless.
they can't clueless. You got the guy in New Jersey. What do you call him?
Freaking clueless Phil.
All right. They got a guy here in New York, De Blasio. What would you call De Blasio?
The jerk.
The jerk. We got a governor in this state, more of a demonic type man than the governor. And what would you call him?
And I call him Cuomo the homo. I don't mean to pick on gay guys because that's an insult to gay people, but that's just what Cuomo goes with homo. Sorry.
Well, he would be an insult to them.
Yes.
Especially,
He's just a clown. He's just a real clown. He would put Ronald McDonald out of work.
Well, one of the interesting things that I see right now is that he wants to open up New York back in July 1st.
Right.
July. This is
almost
the end
May
of
1st.
April. So they've held New York hostage over, I will say, a questionable pandemic virus. Call it COVID-19. Call it what you want, but
why is it called COVID-19? Why is it called COVID-19?
Well, COVID is it's a strain. COVID is a type of a strain.
So why they call it 19 for? Why is it 19?
Probably it's like, why did the Rolling Stones call that song "Here It Comes Your 19th Nervous Breakdown"? I don't know. Because
they were in a freaking mental ward. That's why. So it was a 19th breakdown. But why is it called COVID-19? I don't know. I never knew why they call it COVID-19. I never knew that.
Well,
I know it's COVID, but why is it called 19?
Well, in the next show, we'll do
what
some research.
What happened to 1 to 18?
Well, we're going to get back to that. We're going to analyze that as we go forward. But
We're going to
some of
circle
this
jerk
stuff,
back to that, as the press secretary would say.
it doesn't make any sense. But on Giuliani, what are your takes with Giuliani with this situation?
Well, they're picking on him because he's Trump's lawyer. Come on, that's obvious. They're still trying to get our stuff on Trump, and so obviously if they can't get to Trump, they're going to try Giuliani. Don't
Yeah,
they'll probably go after, they'll probably go after the press secretary too that he had too. Who knows?
right. You tell McKelly,
Yeah, they'll probably go after her because she knew what she was talking about. This one doesn't have a clue what the hell she's saying half the time. I'm going to circle jerk back to that. I think
Well, what about the president of the United States right now? What would you have
what
to
about
say?
him? I call him backwards Biden, and he's banned the only books he comprehended, which is Dr. Seuss, and he also has nothing to watch on Saturday mornings because he banned the cartoons that he understood. And we know one thing: he can sign his name with a brand new pen every time he signs his name. Well, that we know.
Oh, that
He has to show us that. He has to show us that. He can't use the same pen.
Today, I heard him for a couple of seconds. He talked about, we did our best to hurry up and get those stimulus checks out, that $1,400, but we stole, $2 trillion. And we gave
that's
you,
okay, though. That's all right.
That was all right. But we gave you a bone. We
threw you a bone. Yeah, we stole the whole box, but we threw you the bone. Yeah.
We gave you a morsel. What are you complaining about? Because we know you poor slobs out there, you only got less than $1,000 saved up your whole life. So take the money and shut up,
Right.
So this is a sad state of affairs when it comes to looking at, and then
state of confusion.
That's New York for you. And my T-shirt, I had a T-shirt, State of Confusion. I sell it on Zazzle. It shows Governor Cuomo's face on there. I wore it a couple of times in the city, and this police officer
Confusion by Temptations.
Yeah,
they changed the name to State of Confusion.
Yeah, so this police officer says, "Can I take a picture of that shirt?"
Yeah,
I said, "Absolutely." But it's all in jest. But really, I don't really think it's good to have everybody hostage in a city of 8 million. It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
I don't understand it. I never will, and I'll never understand how Trump got the shaft the way that he did.
Well, we know he got the shaft. What do you think they're letting illegals in for? They think they're going to vote for him. That's why.
Well, exactly right. But people will wake up at some point.
We're going to have Southern California is going to be little Guatemala, and it's going to be a new state. This way, all the illegals can vote at the next election. Watch.
That is very true, and it's just sad. Looking at what's going on right now, I am just going to mind my P's and Q's and do what I need to do.
Tijuana is going to be the capital of little Guatemala.
Well, you got this all figured out,
Yes.
Yeah.
The president's going to be Juan Valdez.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I want to tell you, and this is the funniest thing, and this is so true, and people could do what they want with it, but the District of Columbia, which is a 10-mile district in Washington, D.C., is the only place that laws apply to the people living in District of Columbia. Anybody who's out of District of Columbia in every state, including our state, because our country was corporatized in 1871 and made it a corporation, none of us are subject to the laws that only pertain to the 10 miles District of Columbia. So all that money that they collect, they should only collect from the District of Columbia. Those people there should carry the complete burden, because all of us that are outside of it, it doesn't apply to any of us. And other shows coming forward, I'll share with you some of the ways how I can prove that with my own brother who would have died a ward of the state. But I interceded and I challenged the state, Governor Cuomo and the boys, and my brother ended up coming out of the hospital to my mother and died in her arms. And I know for a fact that his name, because I had his original birth certificate in upper and lower case, and I challenged them in court, I won. They threw it out because they knew that my brother would not show up unless they had it in lowercase in his name, in his Christian name, and not the all capital letter name that they tried to send us to appear in court. I had lawyers hang up on me. I said, well, tell it to the judge. I said, no, you tell the judge he can kiss my tuchus. That's a good Jewish word. And my mother said, do you know what you're doing? I said, yeah, I'm keeping Robbie home. And my mother ended up in a nursing home, Jewish nursing home, and I took care of my brother until I got her back out of the nursing home, and then my brother died in her arms, all because I challenged the state, and this is called the straw man, believe it or not. So you can analyze that.
You want to explain to people what a tuchus is? Because some people might not know.
But you tell them. You're Jewish. You tell them.
Tuchus is your butt, your ass, your dupa.
Your dupa, yeah. Well,
dupa.
I had the state of New York in a stupa for the dupa.
Over your dupa.
Over the dupa, yeah.
Right. Told me, kiss your dupa, you stupa.
And I said to them, listen. They said, are you a lawyer? I says, I could be. I said, I could very well be a lawyer. I said, in my family, there's got to be one lawyer or two that come out of the woodwork that represent me.
That was a stupa for your dupa.
That's exact. So my brother ended up, God bless him. His birthday was April 25th. So if my cousin Rich is listening,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to his birthday was February 9th. And I'll shout out to Richard, who's in Florida right now, and letting him know that
cousin Steph
I love my brother. Yeah, cousin Steph's doing well. Yeah, he would say to me, I want to throw him out there for a second. He would say to me, I can't talk to anybody here in Florida about the things I could talk to you about. He goes, they think I'm crazy. He goes, but you don't. I said, look, I don't even talk about half of this stuff only because it's far out there. And I don't want to, throw stuff out there because people might want to throw me under the bus. And in this city of New York, there's a lot of buses out here.
And now they got the twin buses with the things in the middle, the ones that run on hydrogen or something, right? They're double buses. Boy, you really get hurt in them. They got 8 wheels instead of 4.
One of the things is last year I was having a problem. I'll share this. I was having a problem. I had to go to the bathroom a lot, prostate type thing, I guess they would call it. So I go to Chinatown, and I found this wonder pill that I got because my regular doctor couldn't help me with it. So finally I go and I get it, and it solved my problem completely. But in the process, what's her name? Wing Lo.
Ching Wan Ding.
Yeah, she was in column A when I met her. She was. Anyway, so I solved my problem. But one of the problems I was having at the time is that I constantly had to find a bathroom. Now, in New York City, there are no bathrooms just about whatsoever.
No.
How many bathrooms have you seen in Manhattan that you can honestly tell me?
Not many. When you find one, you better get in line, baby. And you won't be the only one in line. Hey, we met in Bryant Park, somewhere in November?
Yes, we did, yeah.
And how long was the bathroom line for the men's room?
It was about 50 feet long.
Yeah, and it was 7 o'clock at night, right?
7 o'clock at night, yeah.
And the women's bathroom was the other way, about 50 feet too.
Oh, yeah, there was at least 100 people waiting to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, if you had to go real bad, you were in trouble.
Yes, you would. And I've had... It would have
been Puddle City.
I've had challenges with that. Like, oh, no, I got to go. And I'm saying to myself, now I got to go find a place so I could buy something.
Right.
So now I got to buy something either to eat or whatever. And then before I buy it, I say, by the way, is there a bathroom here? Because if I'm not going to lay out any money if I can't go to the bathroom. So right up front, I would ask, do you guys have a bathroom?
You just made me think of a very funny story. Let me tell you this. This is very funny, man. I got while I'm thinking about it. While I'm thinking about it. So I was driving for Lyft, as you know, and I took somebody into the city. And after I dropped them off, I really had to go really bad. I'm heading for the Lincoln Tunnel. And I get to 9th Avenue. I see this little deli, and I pull over to the side. I put my flashers on, and I say to the guy, is there a bathroom in here? He goes, yeah. I said, well, I'm going to order a sandwich or a soda when I come out. Don't worry about it. So I go in the back, and I said, the bathroom's locked. And the guy says, oh, my helper must be in the bathroom taking a shit. So I said, I got to take a piss real bad. I'm gonna freaking, you're going to have a puddle on the floor here, pal. So he knocks on the door. He says to the guy, could you come out? The guy's got to go real bad. And the guy, listen, I'm taking a shit. I can't. So anyway, he goes out, and there's a door between him and me and his little slop sink. So he had pots in there, but I moved the pots out of the way and took a pee, right? And I washed the slop sink out with the hose, and I walk out there. He goes, so you're going to buy anything? I know. I get back in my car and I take off. It's the funniest thing. I'm funny. You made me think of that when you just said what you just said. I forgot all about that story, but that's honest. I couldn't hold it. I had to go.
Well,
I had to go really bad.
being that you're going there, I got one for you. I'm working in Fort Myers. My cousin Rich is on. Hopefully, he'll see this here. But I'm working in a place called Circuit City. They were an electronics store. Any
I know.
event.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Circuit City. Yeah.
So I have a customer who says to me, I really got to go to the bathroom, right? So I was a video counselor in those days, and I go, well, the bathroom is back there. He goes, can you
Right.
please help me? Help you? He goes,
Do
I
what?
got that, I got diarrhea. Well, let me show you where the bathroom is. So I stop the sale. We go to the bathroom. He's in the bathroom, and all of a sudden, I hear him yelling, "Help! Help!" So I
I'm
was ready.
falling in. I fell in.
I went to the break room, and I come back, and I go, hey, "What's the problem?" He said, I shit all over myself. And on the bathroom floor, Alan, was his underwear, his pants, his shirt. he was down just to his T-shirt. He said, you got to help me. So now let me finish. So now I go and get the janitor because he's got to clean it up. So all of a sudden he comes near the bathroom door, and the doo-doo is like the trail, going to the door. He goes, you son of a bitch, to me. He goes, man, I said, I didn't do it. I says, come and take a look. So he takes a look and he sees the guy. He goes, oh shit. He goes, I got to clean up this whole damn bathroom. It's going to take all afternoon.
Listen to me. So you made me remember a story that happened to me about 8 years ago. Maybe not 7 years ago. I lived in Florida for a little while with a woman. It just didn't work, whatever. And so my best friend's brother, who was my best friend at one time, but it's a long story. He took off when he was 18. We're still friends. And now he lives another one who lives in Florida now. But at the time he lived in Jersey. And he says, you know what? I'll drive up with you. So we start driving up. And the first day I drive all day. We stay overnight in a hotel. We get up and there's a Waffle House across the street. So let's have breakfast before we got on the road. So we get on the road. And well, first of all, I order, I think, a sausage sandwich or something. He says, I want to order biscuits and gravy. I haven't had that in 25. I said, listen to me. You haven't had that in 25 years. You don't know how it's going to react on your stomach. No, I love it, man. I haven't had it in a long time. So I said, okay. So he orders it and we eat. And he decides he never liked to drive even when we were younger. I used to drive all the time, no matter what. So we start driving and he's like shaking in the car. I'm like, what's the matter? You don't want to drive? He goes, nah, yeah. I said, pull over, let me drive. So he drove like 100 miles. So anyway, we were heading to Jersey. We were supposed to get there around 3:00 in the afternoon. And we get to Maryland and there's a rest area. He says, you got to stop. I go, what do you mean I got to stop? You got to stop. I got to take a dump. Well, he was in there for 3 hours. The biscuits and gravy cleaned them out completely. He got diverticulitis from it, actually. We're supposed to be in Jersey by about 5:00. We didn't get to Jersey until 8:00. And they were trying to shut the bathroom. And the guy kept saying to me, what's wrong with your friend? I go, listen to me. He's on the toilet. What do you want from me? The guy says, he's been in here like 3 hours. I said, what do you want from me? The guy's dumping. What can I tell you? He said, every time he went to get up, he would dump more. So it held up our trip for 3 hours. We got to Jersey at 8:00 instead of 5:00. His brother was waiting for us. My best friend was waiting for us. Like, where the hell were you guys? So I had to explain the story to them, of course. So I told him not to order it, but he had insisted on it. Biscuits and gravy, and he got diverticulitis from it.
There's an old saying, you can't go wrong with chicken,
Well, hey, I had a sausage sandwich, was okay, but this is something he hadn't had in 25 years. So you don't know how that, your system changes, it's crazy.
I got a rule. I got a rule that, if I go anywhere, I don't order anything I haven't had before or haven't in a long time, or nothing exotic or nothing spicy.
Well, you know what they say, if it doesn't smell good, don't eat it.
That's exactly true. Yeah.
Were we talking about food or something else? Oh, wait a minute.
You could be talking about whatever you want.
Or both.
We're just BSing. It doesn't matter.
You know how my mind runs. Mind runs.
Yeah, I know. It's just, you're still in your adolescence, youth, and
I'll be the first to admit that I'm wacky and perverted. I ain't gonna hide it. My mind goes certain places with certain words.
And nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, Booby. That means you're a healthy heterosexual male.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive and able. Or
no,
able
you're
alive.
you're a heterosexual, alive, and able male. That's what you are. You're someone who loves the opposite sex.
Oh yeah, I'm not a switch hitter. That's for sure, baby. Never will be. I had
I
nothing wrong with it.
always,
If that's what you are, I don't
yeah,
just don't shove it on me because I ain't taking it.
nothing better.
That just made me think of a joke. You know, the best line in the gay bar. You know what that is, right?
What?
Can I push your stool in?
Can I pack your fudge?
Yeah, well, you changed that. You added that a little bit. That's only in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania? No, that's in
Yeah.
Washington D.C.
Well, that's true.
That's in the District of Columbia. That's what that
That's
is.
true. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just interesting. And today you can't say anything
No,
about
you can't say nothing.
things
No,
like that.
everybody. Yeah, you can't look at nobody. You can't say anything. You know, it's
It's
just
just,
crazy
it's
shit,
just,
man.
it is. I'm glad that God's greatest gift to man was woman, and I'll stand by that. And
Yeah.
there's nothing better to be in a vagina in the morning.
Who sang that? Neil Diamond.
I don't know. I sang that.
Welcome to Vagina. Yeah. Wasn't that Neil Diamond? Nothing like being in vagina. In
Somebody,
the morning.
Yeah, maybe it said China, vagina,
Vagina,
And
Carolina, vagina. It sounds the same.
if the
Yeah.
glove fits, anyway, if the shoe fits, but yeah, I mean, to me, it's nobody's business with someone's sexual.
No, what you do in your bedroom, own bedroom, is your business. That's nobody's business. And as long as, listen, I have some people that are gay. I know they're very sweet people. They're very nice people. What they do in their house is their business, man. Just don't shove it on me.
That's exactly right. But don't make me believe one thing and you're totally something else. Or you're in the closet. You just come out of the closet. Tell people, because American people are forgiving people. I think they'll accept the fact that she's got a schlong. What the hell, So
He's got a schlong.
Yeah, she's
There's
got
a song about.
schlong.
You ever hear the song about the penis that was on was it American Idol or something?
No, I hadn't heard.
Yeah, I gotta send you that clip. You'll freaking, it's funny as hell. About this guy's a penis.
So
The girl's perfect except for she got one problem. She got a penis, and the bigger problem is it's bigger than mine. Yeah, the guy sings it. I tried to send it to you, but the file's too big. I can't send it. I don't think.
Yeah. It's interesting though, and the transgender. I call it the gender benders, but
That's only if you get in a car accident with them.
That's exactly right. It's like the commercial.
Transgender fender bender.
The peanut butter and the chocolate, like colliding or crashing together. Then you got the Hershey's mess.
That's only if you're Greek. That's only if you're Greek.
Yeah. But the way I look at it is that to each their own. What we do with our lives, what we do with our lives. But
right.
I'm very happy that my whole life I've been attracted to women.
Well, some of them haven't been attracted to me, but I'm attracted to them.
Well, your dating stories kind of like bode well with that. You explain it, but it's like the show. You're trying to make a love connection. Hey, you never know. You got to try it.
It's a BS.
Sometimes,
that's what I call the BS show.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to tell the woman, I like to try it before I buy it. So
right.
And then that's when the dating
before I try it. I've done that twice too. I've done that twice too.
Yeah, you learn the hard way, right? Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Maybe if we,
woulda, coulda, shouldn't.
Exactly.
Woulda, coulda, shouldn't.
When it comes to marriage, yeah, woulda, coulda, shouldn't. Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
I was there twice. The first one was, I got to say, listen, I had my children with her. She's a good mother to my children. She's done some crappy things to me, but that's besides the point. My second one was just a expensive mistake. I don't know if you ever saw, it's funny because I was putting money down on a hall in Coney Island. I forget the name of the place actually. And I'm a big Errol Flynn man. So Errol Flynn had a movie, I think it was called The Island of Tortuga. And he partners up with he's the main pirate on the sea, and there's another guy, a French guy, who's the main pirate, and they're both the best pirates on the sea. And they get to the island of Tortuga, and they make a pact that they're going to be partners. And Errol Flynn says, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever going to do in my life. I'm going to end up killing this motherfucker." He didn't say motherfucker, but I'm going to end up killing this guy because I know he's going to be cheating me. And sure enough, he ends up killing the guy. They get into a sword fight. And he ends up killing him. But I was putting money down in the hall, And I was thinking of those words. This is the dumbest thing I'm ever going to do in my life. What the hell am I doing? And I did it. I went through with it, and the marriage lasted 1.5 years, but we were separated for about 1 year. We were really together 6 months. And I just knew it wasn't going to work from day one. I don't know why I even went through with it. And it cost me $75,000. Yeah, I'm still here.
A very expensive mistake or experience. I'll just say experience. I'll leave that to the.
Well, I lent her 25 grand to get out of the hole with the IRS, and then I had to go bankrupt another 50 grand. And it's a funny story about that, and I'm going to tell it. I was with somebody at the time, and I went to the bankruptcy lawyer, and I was like, ugh. And the guy says, "What are you talking about? You're only 50 grand in the hole." He's like, "I got people 2, 3, 4 million driving around Mercedes and Jaguars, and they're not losing sleep over it." So I said, "Listen, I never had a money problem in my life. Here I am at, let's see, 13 years ago. So I was like 53 years old. Never had a money problem in my life. And well, now I'm 50 grand in debt, which I have no idea how I'm going to pay it back. So I said, let me go to a bankruptcy lawyer." So he says, "Listen, I got to have my fee up front." No kidding, fella. You want your money first, of course. Why does that surprise me? And yeah, I said, "What's the process?" He said, "I'm going to file the papers. And in about 6 months, you're going to get a date to come to Trenton. And you're going to go in a room with about 100 people. And they're going to call you by last name, alphabetical order. And you're going to tell the moderator or whatever he was, negotiator, whatever he was. I don't really know what he was. How you got in debt. And he's going to ask you if you want to affirm anything. Mm-hmm. And you tell him the story. And he's going to dismiss everything except for you want to affirm your car payment, which means you got to pay your car payment. And then once you get everything dismissed, and it was all credit cards, you're gonna owe nobody anything, and you can't go back over 7 years, or you can go to jail. So I go in, and there's about 100 people. And I'm hearing everybody's story. I'm $1 million in debt. They're telling how to do it, and $500,000, $200,000, $300,000. He gets to me. And he says, "Mr. Gitlin, how'd you get in debt? And how much in debt are you?" I said, "Oh, 50,000. He looks at me like, 50,000? What the hell are you doing here? But anyway, so I tell him my story, that I married this lady and she stopped paying her bills. She stopped paying my bills and the interest on it and whatever. And I don't have any way of paying it back. And he says, dismissed. Now, I was with a lady at the time, and she came to court with me, and she said, "Where are we going?" I said, "We're driving to Trenton. We're going to Atlantic City." She goes, "What do you mean we're going to Atlantic City?" I said, "I just wiped out 50 grand. I don't owe anybody to anything." She said, "Do you know how to get to Atlantic City from here?" I said, "No, but we're going to find it." We drove right to Atlantic City that day. We spent the rest of the day in Atlantic City, like from 11 o'clock till like 6 o'clock. We had dinner, we gambled, whatever. I didn't know. I just wiped my slate clean. Why wouldn't I want to go to Atlantic City now?
Yeah,
kind of funny story.
Right. All right, we're gonna segue right now, and this section is called "Analyze This." And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play something, and I find things from time to time, and if I was around Native Americans right now, they would call this person the trickster. So I'm going to let you. Let's let the people see who the trickster really is. All right.
Okay.
But this is what green screen technology will do when you want to fool the American people. So Steph was away Steph was away when this came out. So hold on.
The 84th Annual Academy Awards were announced bright and early this morning by Hunger Games starlet Jennifer Lawrence and Academy President Tom Sherrick. So without further ado, here are this year's nominations for Best Actor in a Motion Picture.
President Obama was in New Hampshire, and the Occupy Wall Street movement was there. And when President Obama was speaking and thumping his chest about how he can out Republicans, they actually did a mic check on him, which I liked, man. And it worked perfectly, because they said they were going to take it a very short period of time to do it. President Obama, when others tried to shout them down, said, no, let them speak.
So what do you guys think of the guys who snagged the nominations? Was your favorite actor included? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to Clever News for all the latest Oscar buzz. I'm Deidre Behar in Hollywood, and we'll see you soon.
Well, there you go. This is what President Obama did during that controversy. But if you look at the people in the audience, you could actually see that it was a green screen and they had it on a loop. And shame on them. They got caught,
Right. Well, the best Academy Award now is Mr. Biden. He's dickless, and and Dickless, and he can't, and even Jill can't find it. So we won't go there.
I think if he gets an award, it wouldn't be the Oscar. He's got the Mr. Magoo award, is what I think.
Well, that's insulting Mr. Magoo, though.
You're probably right, Mr. Magoo. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm dumber than you were. I walk into walls without glasses. Yeah, he's a joke. He's just a joke, man. I can't stand the guy. I can't even listen to him anymore. Can't even listen to him on the TV. Matter of fact, I was watching the Yankees last night while he was doing his speech. That was more exciting.
Yeah, I try to just not pay any attention whatsoever. Every once in a while, I'll hear a couple of words, but I try to go a whole week without really hearing anything he has to say because I don't buy it. It's just
well, he's definitely full of shit. In plain English, full of shit. Plain English.
Yeah, I would say so. Allan, we got this new channel now. The BS guy channel on Stef and the G-Man on
the live stream.
The live stream. So we're going to be here every week. This is what we're going to do.
Yep.
We're coming up near the hour mark. So
right.
I've got a video I'm going to play, and basically the video I'm going to play is where I got the idea for the intro song. My karaoke partner,
Mr. Motown.
Mr. Motown is going to be singing with me, and I was lucky enough to catch him this Saturday night, and
gotcha.
So he was gracious enough to allow me to put it down with him and share the song with you.
As they say in the hip hop world, they let you drop it. You drop the song.
And we dropped it while it was hot. So now you see where the idea came in for our BS show intro and outro. So I'm going to play that. Anything parting words you want to say to anyone out there right now?
If you like us, listen to us. If you don't like us, don't listen to us. Simple as that, man. We just have two guys having fun, two guys bullshitting. That's all we're doing, having fun with this, man. That's it.
Well, we're going on to show number 11 next week.
11 next week.
11. So this has been fun tonight. Allan, it's always a pleasure to sit down with you, my friend. And
Always, man. You know that.
Yeah, you and I got an interview coming up in May 3rd, too, right? The Mike Wagner show.
We're going to be on Mike Wagner show in North Dakota. Yep, absolutely.
And I got something else that I'm working on, which I'll share the next couple of weeks. So everyone out there, thank you for coming into our living room with us and us coming into your living room as well, because we're all connected. And we'll be back here next week in show number 11. So, Allan, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to roll our closeouts, and we'll be back next week. So, Allan, thank you very much for appearing tonight.
All right.
Brother.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, Roma. Here we go. Let me find the piece I'm looking for.
That's what you've been looking for.
Oh, free. changing all the time. Keep it on, keep it on.